Happy 2-year anniversary, Sugar. I can't believe it's been this long since we've met and been together. And during these times we have grown to love, trust, and enjoy each other so much. And you have taught me to be a better rider. I knew since the beginning that you were the perfect horse for me, and you still are now. Even though we still have a lot to work on, you are the one who brought me where I am today. October 1st, 2019, you arrived on our farm and our journey began. Every morning I came to the barn and spent time brushing, giving treats, and just cuddling with you. I would always hop on bareback and I would just sit on you thinking of what a surreal moment of owning a horse, or just walk around a bit for fun. The first few days you were homesick, but you were always relaxed and comfortable when I was around. You always nickered when I came and whinnied when I left. Since the beginning, we both had a special loving connection between you and I. The first couple of rides were slow and steady. We stuck to the gravel road and only walked and trotted. You knew I was a beginner and you took care of me during those times, even until now. You were always gentle and wanting to please. You were patient and always tolerated me during my beginner stage and my silly ideas with you. It was amazing to have you as my first horse, and I always looked forward riding you, and not only did I enjoy you, but my whole family also enjoyed you as well. Grazing after a few weeks of just eating hay, and you always looked forward to seeing us in the morning. Soon after a couple of rides, I got a little more confident and started riding in the fields. Thanks to you, to your amazing ability to boost me up. Yes, in the beginning you were a bit lazy and always wanted someone in front, or perhaps you knew I wasn't just quite ready to ride independently. We worked on your lazy side and taught you that you just didn't need to have someone in front in order for you to go. But we found out that thrush was a problem, and after we treated that, you were trotting and cantering with no one. But during this time, we decided to start jumping, even though it definitely was not a good idea. But you always took care of me and definitely tried your hardest best. Yes, there was some cringy fails, and yes, there was silly mistakes I made with you during my stage of ignorance of being a complete beginner rider in equestrian. During those times where I thought I was training you, you actually was the one training me to be a better rider than I was when I first rode you. Even when I felt like a sack of potatoes on your back, you never offered to buck or rear or never got angry or frustrated, but was always willing to teach me. I remember those were the times of cantering that were so surreal, even though it probably wasn't the most elegant. And sometimes I was off balance, but every time I lost balance or wasn't steady, you always slowed down or stopped to make sure I was okay. Weeks dragged on to months, and the more I rode, the better we improved, both horse and rider. Soon we were jumping fairly better and cantering smoother, and even though we weren't the best, we were getting along together farther in our journey. The more we jumped, I found out that you really enjoyed it and loved it as much as me, so soon it became one of our favorite disciplines. Looking back at our old jumping footage, I cringe of the way I rode you, but you never got angry but patiently tolerated me, which I'm ever so grateful for that. did we ride with tack, but soon I learned with the help of you to teach me to have a balanced seat that we started to ride bareback or sometimes tackless. These were surreal moments when we just galloped through the fields bareback, and the feeling of the wind just blowing on my face was amazing. I maybe didn't have the best seat like I do now, but then it was all the world to me to be galloping with my horse and being one with you. And of course, you loved it as well, going galloping in zoomies in the field, and that was one of your other favorite things to do. To gallop you, and of course you were a spicy pony during these cold, brisk days, so you sometimes threw in some bucks out of excitement. During these cold days, we didn't ride much, so mostly we spent time together, brushing and cuddling. It was pretty satisfying grooming out your summer coat to reveal your fluffy teddy bear furry coat for the winter. And you always fell asleep in my arms, which meant so much to me. Those mornings when you would come running to the gate to greet me with nickering and whinnying, and of course you always still do that now. I mean, you've always been a talkative horse since the beginning. After all the excitement of seeing me was over, you would get excited again because you knew I was going to be feeding you your breakfast, which was one of your favorite times of the morning. Finally, spring came, and the days were starting to get warmer, and we spent most of our mornings grooming and brushing out all your winter fur to reveal your sleek, shiny summer coat. And you enjoyed the pamper session, and I enjoyed the satisfying results. The transformation of both of us were amazing. You were a completely different horse, and I was a far better rider than I was before. But of course, we still had a lot to work on. Slowly but surely, summer came. All the grass and leaves were growing back, and all nature was green and lively. But as for us, summer was the time to start riding, and that's just what we did. I started jumping you again, and the incredible transformation of both of us were incredible. You were a completely different horse, and I was a far better rider than I was a few months ago. During these warm days, we jumped a lot, which you really enjoyed, and did tons of zoomies in the field, and went on a few hacks and did a ton of other things together. And the more and more we rode, the more and more we got better. Especially during these warm summer days, we practiced jumping a lot. During these times, I realized you really did enjoy and love jumping. You always did an amazing job, and I was always so proud of you. Your ears were always pricked forward, and you were always eager to go cantering toward the jump, and you flew right over it. It was an amazing feeling jumping you, and so much better improvement than at the beginning. And even though my position wasn't the best, these were the best times and the fun moments of riding you and jumping you. We also did a lot of our riding mainly in the fields, which included trotting, cantering, and of course a lot of galloping, which you always enjoyed. Especially during these summer months, these were the times where I could see our improvement, and we had so much fun together during these times, whether it was galloping or jumping or hacking. We always enjoyed each other and had fun times. And fun times they were. We always had incredible rides, and you were spoiled with a lot of treats during and after rides. And of course, we did some more jumping, which you always enjoyed, and even though we didn't get your striding right, you always did your best and we always had a good time. I would always dedicate a couple hours a day, especially for you, to spend time and ride, and we always had amazing rides, especially galloping bareback. YouTube channel to track our progress over the months, and it was amazing to see how far we have gone, and over the past months we have done so much together, and our improvement has been unbelievable and our bond stronger. And whether hacking, galloping, pleasure rides, and jumping, we enjoyed each other so much. And the more and more we spent quality time together, the more we enjoyed each other and the stronger our bond grew. And the more we rode, the more we improved. And during these past 2 years, we've had breathtaking and fabulous rides together. cannot thank you enough for the lessons you taught me, lessons that I would not have learned if I did not have you. You taught me to be a better rider, and I am ever so grateful to have you in my life. It is amazing to see our progress together, either our riding or our bond. You are everything I ever wanted. You are my dream and heart horse. You may not have been the breed, color, or size that I wanted, but since I got you, I don't even care, and you showed me that that didn't have to matter in order to have a dream horse, because now you are my dream horse and heart horse. You are everything I ever wanted, and I would not trade you for the world. You aren't just a horse. You are my dreams, happiness, teacher, and my heart horse. You are the best decision of my life, and I would never trade you for the world. Before you came into my life, I thought loving a horse meant, you go out, feed, ride, sure have some amazing moments. But no, it's more than that, even better. Unlike anything I ever imagined, our bond between us is unstoppable. You have opened up a whole new horse world to me, and I love you above any other horse. There is no other better, splendid feeling than when I am on your back. It feels calming, relaxing, and safe. I thank God to have put us together because I am so blessed to have you over all the other horses in the world, to have found you, a horse left in the field, not knowing whether another little girl would love you again. And I think you know that you're pretty lucky to have me as your little girl. When I look into your delicate brown eyes, I see so much more than just a horse. I see a living soul, compassion and love, but most importantly, I see a friend. You are the greatest, most amazing, special horse to me, and even though you may not seem special or perfect or important to others, you are to me, in my eyes. You are my childhood dreams. Nothing in the world can replace you, and you will always have a special place in my heart forever. Sugar, to me, you are not a pet or friend. You are a best friend, a listener, a partner, and teammate. You didn't care how many times I fell or how I rode, because you are my horse that will always be there for me to love and cherish every moment with, and to talk and listen. There is nothing quite special as a bond between horse and rider. Sugar, you are an amazing little horse, and during these 2 years, we've created amazing, incredible memories together. Even though our journey doesn't end here, and we still have many years ahead to create even more amazing, incredible memories together, I want to thank you for everything, and I love you, and you will always have a special place in my heart.